hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be turning myself into the one and only Rowena Ravenclaw. Hey guys, hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kayla, and like I said, today I'm going to be transforming myself into Rowena Ravenclaw, one of the founders of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry from the film and book franchise Harry Potter. If you guys have been around for a long time, you would know, honestly, not even that long of a time. If you guys have been around for any length of time, you would know I'm a pretty big Harry Potter fan. It's honestly a character trait at this point. And since recently I went on vacation with my family to the Universal Studios in Florida, and we spent the bulk of our trip in the Wizarding World, I thought it'd be fun to transform myself into Rowena Ravenclaw. I actually picked up a fancy schmancy souvenir while I was there, which I'll show you guys later, and that is going to be sort of the centerpiece for this transformation. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys, but before we get into it, don't forget to pause and go down below and hit that subscribe button. It's totally free, and I'll let you know when I upload new videos, which is every single Wednesday. I upload fashion related content every single week, whether it's a thrifting video, a styling video, a transformation video like this one, a fashion commentary video, which is far and few between, but they happen on occasion. I'm constantly talking about fashion over here on this channel, cosplay and things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of content, go ahead and subscribe down below. All right. So now I think the first thing I need to do is hop over to Spirit Halloween, because I actually don't have like a dress that will work for this. So there are basically two different Rowena Ravenclaw sort of drawings or images. One is like this drawing of her, like a painting, a drawing, a digital art piece that is used to represent her on Pottermore. At first, this was what I was really looking for. I wanted to find like a blue Renaissance gown. It kind of gave me, have you guys seen the movie Ophelia? It's on Netflix. I 10 out of 10 recommend it. It's so good. It's like the other side of Hamlet, and it's very interesting. But it basically gave me like Ophelia vibes, and I really love how those dresses look in that film. So I really wanted to go with that, but I wasn't able to find anything for that. So I ended up going with the second option, which is like the actual photo of her, like, you know, the Bertie Bott's Beans card of her, the portrait of her that you see in the film franchise. And I really wasn't sure if her dress was dark olive green or black. I'm almost certain it is dark olive green, but I went with black because it's all I could find. But I think I made it work, and I'm pretty happy with how this transformation turned out. So if you guys also want to see how this transformation comes together, keep on watching. And yeah, so let's hop over to Spirit Halloween, and then we'll come back here and start putting everything together. So I think I'm either gonna go with this or this one behind me, which is just like a hooded robe, but it's got those huge sleeves and it's got more like embroidery looking stuff on it, whereas this one is plain, and hers does have like starlight stuff. They do have a purple dress, and they do have a navy blue one. However, it's only in plus size, and I would probably need the standard size. So I think I might just go for the black option, I think. And if I do the robe, this black robe, then I can always wear the blue velvet dress underneath it. So I think that might be what I go with. This one's also pretty close. Like, this is the design that hers has on it, but it's so short that I don't think it's really gonna work. Okay, friends, we have secured the bag. I'm gonna go get some Starbucks, and then when I get home, I'll show you guys what I got, and then we can start this transformation, and then intermittently, I'll show you guys what I picked up at the Wizarding World. So let's go. And we're back. Okay, so let me show you guys what I got at Spirit of Halloween, but also because I'm going to be using something that I picked up when I was at the Wizarding World at Universal Studios, I figured I'd also just share with you guys the little souvenirs that I picked up for myself over there. So let's start with the stuff from Spirit Halloween. Okay, so I talked to you guys a little bit in the store. There were a few options. So I actually just ended up going with this black velvet hooded robe. Basically, this just is, it has like those really long dramatic sort of Renaissance sleeves, which according to the drawing of Rowena Ravenclaw, that is what she's kind of wearing. In the picture of her from the film, it's a bit different. I'm gonna just go with this. I'm not gonna use that satin belt, I don't think. We'll see if I need to use it to close it. then perhaps I will. But I'm not sure what I want to do yet, if I want to put the blue dress underneath this or just do it as this. I haven't tried it on yet, so once I try it on, we'll figure all of that out. I did get this in a large, extra large, so this should fit between a size 12 and 16, which should fit me perfectly. So I picked this up. It was kind of expensive, $35. Also for this I picked up, so Rowena Ravenclaw has some pretty large rings on her fingers. She's got 3 of them. And I thought this was kind of a cool little thing here. So I picked this up. I wish it was a blue stone because it would be perfect, but it's not. But I still thought this was really kind of cool. So it's just this like bracelet ring thing. So gonna put that on. And then I picked up a couple of things for another video. I am planning on doing either Galadriel or one of the elves from Lord of the Rings, so I picked up some elf ears and then some spirit gum adhesive and remover, which I've never actually used before, so this will be an experiment and a half. But I'm excited to try it out. Okay, so now moving on to the things that I picked up when I was at the Wizarding World. So I'll start with the actual item that we need for this cosplay here. This is one of the most exciting things I've purchased in a really, really long time. My brother, actually my younger brother Joey, he knew that I've been looking for this particular item for 2 years, and I haven't been able to find it because it's sold out literally everywhere. And actually I went up to the cashier and I asked if they had one of these in stock. They didn't have any on the premises, so they were kind enough to send somebody out to the warehouse where they had just a few more in stock, and they brought one over for me, and it is Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem. So it is just this beautiful crown here, and I'm so stoked about it. So I'm going to be using this to style the outfit because, of course, she's wearing the diadem. So we'll be, yeah, this will be kind of like the piece de resistance of the entire outfit. Once you have this on, I think it'll be pretty clear who you are. And it is just absolutely stunning. And it's really weighty, like very heavy. It just feels like so high quality. And it says, "Wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure," which I think is so, so cute. And it's just absolutely stunning. And of course this is the raven, and everything is like, there's crystals in every single one of these lines. It is so stunning. It was the most expensive thing I've purchased while we were there. But again, it's something I've been looking for 2 years, and it's also, you know, I saved up a ton of money so that I could buy things while I was there and not feel stressed out about doing it. So I got myself Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem, and I was very excited about it. Other things that I picked up, I got, actually, me and both of my brothers, Joey and Michael, and then Joey's girlfriend Chloe, who is one of my closest friends. She's literally one of my best friends. We all got matching sweatshirts. So actually 3 of the 4 of us are Gryffindors. Me, Joey, and Chloe are all Gryffindors. And then Michael, my older brother, he is Slytherin. So he got the Slytherin version, and then me, Joey, and Chloe got the Gryffindor version of these sweatshirts here. It is honestly so comfortable. So I was really excited to get that. Also, one of the days we were there, my head started to get sunburnt, so I bought a hat. It wasn't like, I wasn't planning on buying a hat when we were there, but again, I decided not to wear the hat that I brought with me, and then my head started to get burnt. So I bought a hat while we were there. But this is actually a really cute hat. It says Gryffindor Team Captain Quidditch, and it's got like the little Gryffindor symbol in the middle, and I actually really, really like this hat. I love that it's sort of that old school baseball kind of print, and it looks a little bit faded. So I actually really, really like this hat. Excited to pick that up. I also got 2 cauldron cakes. I bought one for me and Chloe to share and one for my parents to share, and then I also bought my brother's butterbeer flavored fudge, which pretty good. But the cauldron cakes actually come with like a reusable cauldron, which is why I'm showing it to you guys. I thought this was so cool, and it comes with a recipe for making a cake yourself inside of it. Now personally, I didn't like the cake that came in it. I thought it was way too sweet, but the idea of having this silicone cauldron is honestly worth it for me. I love baking, as you guys probably know. Me and Chloe have been planning on doing a Harry Potter movie night at our house like sometime this fall, so I don't know when it's gonna happen, but when it does, I'm definitely, since we have 2 cauldrons, gonna make us both little cauldron cakes, and I think that will be so freaking fun. So if you go to the Wizarding World, if nothing else, the cauldron cake is worth it for the silicone cauldron. So I thought that was super, super cute. A couple of other small things I picked up is I finally got my hands on a head girl pin. I have been wanting one of these for so long, but refused to pay the shipping. The shipping is outrageous online through the Universal store. So I knew when I went I wanted to pick one of these up. So I got myself the Gryffindor head girl pin. I also picked one up for my best friend Paloma, which she knows I picked it up for her. She's also a Gryffindor. I'm surrounded by a lot of Gryffindors. My dad is also a Gryffindor. So I got Paloma a little head girl pin as well. And then I also got myself a prefect pin, which I thought was really funny because I was an RA in college and it's kind of the same thing. So I picked this up as well to put on my robe. Now, I actually got my robe the last time I went to Universal, which was also the first time I went to Universal. So I didn't have to buy one this time around, which I would not have been able to get all the other things that I got if I was also buying a robe, but I was excited to pick up these two pins to put on my robe. I absolutely love them. I also got this little Hedwig keychain. If you guys have, I think I only mentioned it once. I got a new car recently, and the transmission on my old car blew, and it stopped going in reverse. So it was finally time for me to bite the bullet and actually buy a new car. So I bought a new car, and it's a little white car, so I named it Hedwig. So while we were there, I knew I wanted to see if I could find a Hedwig keychain to put on my keys, and I found one. So I was really excited to pick this up. There were very few options, I'm not gonna lie, and honestly this one isn't like my favorite looking one. Hedwig looks a little bit scary, but I was excited to get a little Hedwig keychain nonetheless. Plus I think it's gonna be super cute just to, like, you know, the memories of it all. Like, I got this at the Wizarding World, which is pretty cool. And because I spent so much money on souvenirs, Universal was actually running a promotion. If you bought a Universal Studios gift card for $295, then you could bring it to one of the studio stores in the front of the park and ask a cashier for a free wand. So I got a free wand. Your options were Newt Scamander or Sirius Black. And of course, I picked Sirius Black. My older brother did the same thing, and he just sort of like split his gift card up among people. So I think it was like him and my younger brother, so my two brothers like sort of went in on a gift card together and then just spent the money together. And then Michael ended up buying Voldemort's wand, and then Joey ended up getting Sirius Black's wand, which was the wand he actually ended up wanting anyway, and it was just a coincidence that it turned out being the free wand too. He was so disappointed because he didn't want an interactive wand, and they didn't have Sirius Black as a non-interactive wand. But then we went up to the front counter and we asked to see the free wands, and of course the non-interactive Sirius Black wand was one of them. So both of us actually got these Sirius Black wands. Newt Scamander's wand is really cool too, but Sirius Black is potentially my favorite Harry Potter character, barring Hermione. So yeah, I got this for free, which is wild. I mean, it's kind of free. You know, you spent $295. So yeah, got that. I also picked up a couple of other things. I bought my brother, my younger brother, a Christmas present while we were there. He had his eye on something but didn't really feel comfortable spending that amount of money on it, so I went in when he wasn't looking, told him I had to use the restroom, and went and bought it for him. So that was really exciting, and that's just hidden away. I also picked up a Back to the Future mug for my friend Molly, who kindly stayed at our house and watched Gizmo while we were away. So I just wanted to get something for her to say thank you. And that's everything I got while I was there. It is quite a bit. Also, my parents are the sweetest. So I had planned this trip for our family. It was for my parents' 30th wedding anniversary. They actually had their honeymoon at Disney and Universal, so they were literally like back to the place where they had their honeymoon. My parents bought me a Deathly Hallows ring to say thank you, which was really, really kind, and it's just the sweetest ring. I love it so freaking much. So yeah, that's everything I got when we were at Universal. It's a lot of stuff, not gonna lie. Like, I know it's a lot of stuff. I was kind of scared I wasn't gonna be able to fit it all in my luggage to bring back home, but we made it work. Now, without further ado, let's jump into this Rowena Ravenclaw transformation. Okay, so I think the first thing I've got to do is just try on this robe and see how everything fits. So, okay, I'm gonna be honest, this is so pretty. It's not a robe, it's definitely a dress, but it's really pretty. Also, after just having like another look at the reference picture, I think her dress might be green, like a very dark green. At first I was thinking, it looks a little green, but it's probably black. I think it's just like an aged photo. And then I just went downstairs, showed this to my parents, and then we were all sort of looking at her dress and we're like, I think black. It's actually olive green. So it's not exactly accurate, but I think to sort of remedy this, so her dress does have like a straight across neckline as opposed to how this one has like a V neckline. But I think what I might try to see if I can do is she does have like a sort of, she's got this part, but then she also has like cinched wrists. So I'm gonna see if I can find a green long sleeve shirt somewhere around our house and put that underneath it, which I don't know why green, because Ravenclaw is blue. So I don't know if maybe it's meant to be blue, it's just the coloration of the photo or what, but I mean, I could do blue underneath and make it just feel more Ravenclaw, or I can do olive green. I'm gonna rummage around and see if I can find anything, and I'm gonna put a long sleeve shirt on underneath this and sort of ruche up the sleeves a little bit. Of course I have to do up my hair, and then I'm just gonna, do my makeup, put on the crown, and then I think we'll be good to go. So it's not 100% accurate, but I think this is pretty close to what we're gonna get. Honestly, they didn't have a green dress at the store anyway. It was either navy blue, but like plus size only, purple, which the purple dress was perfect if it was blue or black or green, I guess. And then there was this one. So this was honestly just the best option, unless I was gonna make my own, which I don't trust myself to make something like this. I would love to learn how to make something like this. I would definitely need to do a pattern for this. I mean, these sleeves are stunning. So definitely maybe one day I'll try to make myself something like this. But for, working with what I got, it's pretty close. And I could try to dye it, but then I'm afraid I'd ruin it, because how do you dye velvet? I don't know. So I think we're just gonna stick with black. It's pretty close. It's still very like witchy. Witches wear a lot of black. So I'm gonna, like I said, see if I can find a long sleeve shirt to put underneath this, and then show you guys the grand reveal. So after looking at that picture again, I realized that the black drapey bit is actually like sort of cinched. So I grabbed some safety pins, and I'm gonna ask my mom if she can just help me sort of gather some of it together. But I did find my olive green sweater, and I think this is like very close. Hers is like a mesh sort of see-through material, like a very sheer material, but this is the same color, and that's what we're going for. Alright, and here's the reveal. Now, it's not perfect, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, and surprisingly, the hardest part was the hair. She's got some really intricate braids going on, so I tried to do them the best I could. I'm not great at hair, so it doesn't look that great, but overall, I mean, I can't see myself right now, but when I have my glasses on looking at myself, I was actually pretty happy with how it turned out. Now, of course, like I said, there are some differences. Her dress, I do believe, appears to be a dark olivey green color and not black, but this was the closest I could get. And so I did sort of play with the green tones and put this like green sweater underneath. And also I pinned the sleeves to make them look a bit more cuff-like, because it's an oversized sweater. So I thought that helped a lot. Shout out to my mom for helping me like do all this stuff. We also ruched the like top of the cape of the sleeve part, because hers are ruched as well. And then just took off my lipstick, because she has like no makeup on basically. She's like all natural. So I took off my lipstick, and then I just put in the crown, grabbed my wand. This is just the wand that is mine, that was picked out for me by my coworkers, and voila. Also, I have no idea what kind of shoes people wore in the Renaissance, in the Middle Ages, things like that. So I just put on some sandals. But yeah, this is the look overall. I think it looks pretty good. This crown does not like to stay up very well, but it is quite heavy, so it does make sense as to why it sort of slides down a little bit. It's also kind of a weird shape, but overall, I'm really, really happy with this transformation. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know who else you want me to turn myself into during this month of October, or just any time of year. I definitely do these types of videos even when it's not October. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe down below if you'd like to see more fashion related content from me. I upload new fashion related videos every single Wednesday, unless I have something crazy happening and then they go up on Thursdays or Fridays or something like that, but you guys are generally pretty understanding about that, and I'll always let you know if they're going up late, either on Instagram or on the community tab. I think that's all I have for you guys, so don't forget, it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, so be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you next week.